Hi everyone, my name is Avery. I'm an engagement officer with Green Schools and Efficiency Nova Scotia, and today we're going to be doing a virtual field trip with ACAP Cape Breton. Today we're going to be learning about green sciences and restoration. Let's check it out.
Can you tell us what ACAP stands for and what their mission is?
Yeah, so ACAP stands for Atlantic Coastal Action Program. We are an environmental not-for-profit organization, and our organization mission is to support resilient, environmentally sustainable communities across Unama'ki, or Cape Breton.
That's awesome.
And while many of our partnerships are across the island, much of our core work is actually taking place in the CBRM.
Awesome. So how was ACAP formed? When did it start and why?
Yeah, so ACAP has a special history. ACAP was actually formed in 1992, and the original plan was to help Atlantic Canadians restore and manage watersheds. And ACAP Cape Breton's original statement, or original mission, was to develop a comprehensive ecosystem management plan for the watershed area of industrial Cape Breton. But since then, ACAP Cape Breton has grown into a dynamic organization where we focus on many projects.
What does ACAP do here in Cape Breton?
ACAP offers a variety of services, including hands-on education, community education, stream and habitat restoration, ecological monitoring, community cleanups, and so much more as we get different funding and we're able to take on different projects. All right, my name is Megan, and I am the Education Lead and Program Manager here at ACAP Cape Breton. My role is to bring environmental education to youth and the community. And the things that we teach have a bit of a variety here. My main focus is source water protection. I teach about source water protection, water conservation, freshwater habitats, as well as wetlands. And we also focus on citizen science and really just reconnecting the youth in the community with nature. One of the first things we like to focus on when we're teaching youth, especially for grades 2 to grade 5, is we talk about all the water in the world, especially focusing on our freshwater sources. Now, a little thing that we like to do here is we take this, and this is we imagine as being all our water in the world. So, if we imagine that this is all the water in the world, we like to ask students, out of all this water, how much of it do we have available to use and for our animals to use, such as for our drinking water, for water in our homes. So one of our field trips that we partner with Ducks Unlimited Atlantic Canada, where we bring elementary school students out to a wetland and we teach them about the importance of wetlands, and they also get to do a little bit of critter dipping. See some examples of little marsh monsters. They'll be able to find them and then they can put them in here where they'll have a chance to see those critters up close and personal. Not only do we do wetland field trips, but we also do watershed explorers. If you see here, we have a couple of different watersheds in the CBRM, and this is where our source water is. So part of our field trips is we take students to these watersheds in the source water, and we do different activities with them to teach them more about the watersheds and about the environments and the habitats.
I'm Jen Cooper. I'm the Habitat Restoration Lead at ACAP Cape Breton, and I've been leading the stream team this summer.
And I'm Megan Fortune. I'm the Ecological Monitoring Lead at ACAP, and I focus on coastal and aquatic environments.
All right, and what brought you into this field of work?
I've always been a very outdoorsy person, but it wasn't until university that I decided this is the career I wanted to take. I took a few environmental and ecology courses there and fell in love with the work, so continued down that path.
I was not as outdoorsy as Meg was. I grew up in a city, so we just didn't have this. So when I did move to Cape Breton in my 20s and took biology, I just fell in love with the landscape and wanted to spend every day in it. So I definitely was looking for a job that was going to allow me to be outside every day.
I love that. Can you tell us what kind of skills are needed for your job at ACAP, such as like maybe technology skills, project management?
I think a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Being a jack of all trades is definitely a plus.
Yeah.
It can be a lot of outdoors work, so being comfortable out in any kind of environment, but also, yeah, like project management, organization, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Kind of those, they're almost considered softer skills, like problem solving and project management,
Yeah.
but everything is different. Every site, every landscape, every species, every project is different, and you just need to be able to sort of take all the pieces that exist and make them into something. So you have to be adaptable.
My name is Morgan Campbell, and I'm project manager of our forest restoration team here at ACAP.
What brought you into this field of work?
I always enjoyed being outdoors, being out in the forest. I like plants and animals. I like the bugs too. And that's what brought me out here.
Can you tell us what skills are needed for your job at ACAP?
I think to do a job like this, you need a lot of strength and determination. And I think if you like the great outdoors and the green spaces and fresh air and the sun, then you'll do great. What we're doing here today is all of what you see behind me. We're gonna plant trees over the whole place. So tree by tree, we're going to plant the entire 25 acres.
How do you decide what trees you plant?
So specific trees grow in specific areas. They'll grow in one area and they won't grow in another area. So when we first showed up to this place, we did a study that told us which trees would grow here. And that's how we picked the trees we're planting.
So what are the trees being planted here?
Right now we're planting white spruce trees.
What's your favorite part of your job?
My favorite part of the job is probably all the animals I see. I see all kinds of them all the time.
What advice can you give to young people who might be interested in working in the environmental field?
If you see any community beach cleanups or community tree planting events or community litter pickups, go to them. You'll meet lots of people and you'll learn more about the world of environmentalism.
And what is the impact of ACAP's work?
We can see the impact of ACAP's work because ACAP provides the knowledge that Cape Bretoners need to make greener choices, and we work directly on practical solutions that help protect and restore our natural environment.
What types of careers and specialties do you have working within ACAP?
So we have core staff at ACAP that specialize in a variety of areas, some of those being education, ecological monitoring and habitat restoration, environmental technology and engineering, and trash former/plastic pollution coordination. But then as we get funding for new projects, we hire people to fill special roles that we need, such as right now we currently have Hannah working on a pollinator project.
First, thinking of summer and part-time employment, what are some opportunities within ACAP and similar programs for students?
So in the summer, our staff almost doubles with student interns. So we have programs such as the trash formers, and the interns go out and collect litter around the CBRM and educate the public on the issue of litter. We also have interns that work in our environmental education program, our ecological monitoring program, habitat restoration, both for forests and streams. So in the summer, there's quite a few opportunities to learn and grow here at ACAP.
My name is Maddie and I'm a forest restoration intern.
My name is Karen and I'm a forest restoration intern at ACAP for the summer.
My name is Leah and I'm a forest restoration intern at ACAP for the summer.
What made you interested in applying for this internship?
I guess it's always been an interest of mine to help save our planet, and especially with my degree I'm taking in arts and science and environment. I also wanted the field experience.
I saw that ACAP had a bunch of positions open and I was really interested in getting more field experience for the summer, especially with my degree. I'm working in environmental geoscience, so I wanted to get field experience for future courses and I just wanted to be working outside for the summer.
So I saw the application through a professor from school, and it sounded really interesting to me. I've always wanted to work with ACAP, and I'm a biology major, so it seemed really interesting to me.
And what has been your favorite thing about this internship so far?
I really like the team building that we've done so far. I enjoy coming to work every morning, just being around with my friends. Other than that, I mean, just being outside, I think everyone at ACAP really values the outdoors and the environment, of course. That's why we're all working to protect it, but just working outside, being outside, having a good time.
Probably the same as Karen, just the team building and being outdoors. Also, the blueberries is an added bonus.
I think my favorite part has been working outside. I haven't really had a job that's been outside before, and it's nice to spend the summer working with people who are interested in the same things as you.
And how many trees has your team planted in this location so far?
So far, we've planted 16,000 white spruce trees.
But we also have programs that require volunteers, and volunteers are sort of the lifeblood of our program and the community. And even further than volunteers, we are developing programs that involve citizen science. So we really want to mobilize the community to do things such as ecological monitoring, water quality monitoring, pollinator monitoring, things like that. The world is changing very fast, and there are not enough qualified professionals to gather all the information that we need. So we really need to get citizens out there and involved and kind of bridge that gap in knowledge that's required to help our environment.
What areas would you say you clean the most?
Roadsides, beaches, shorelines. Yeah, those are probably the main ones.
And what's the most amount of garbage you picked up in one day?
I think in partnership with the Cape Breton Environmental Association, just shy of 1,300 kilograms.
If students feel inspired and are interested in pursuing a career like yours or some of your colleagues, what advice would you give them?
The environmental field is not as narrow as people think. We actually need a broad range of expertise to do the activities and projects that we like to do. For example, an organization like ours needs somebody to do the books, so we need someone from finance. We need somebody who has social media skills or technology skills to be able to communicate what we want to say to the public. Education, as you've seen, is a big part of it. The environment is an issue that touches everybody, and it's not something that you should think of in a box. It's a part of everyday life, and everyday skills can really help make a difference.
My name is Jen Cooper. I'm the Habitat Restoration Lead at ACAP Cape Breton. When I was in high school, I never thought that I would be in the environmental field. I was a very poor student. I didn't want to sit at a desk all day, and I became a hairdresser. And I was a hairdresser for 5 years. The world is at a critical point right now, and that we all need to be doing our part to kind of get things back on track. And so I decided that I wanted to get into science. I moved to Cape Breton and went to CBU and took biology. And then I went back home to Ontario and I took ecosystem restoration at Niagara College. If I had gone straight into post-secondary education out of high school, I would have taken something that made me miserable, probably something that I couldn't use to be doing the things that I'm doing today that I love. My marks were really bad. I'm not sure I even would have got into school, and I would have racked up some student loans right away. So those 5 years where I experienced the world really changed my life. They changed the direction of my life. So if you're a student who relates to the things that I'm saying, things always change and the world is really exciting. So you never know what you're going to be. And I also wanted to say to those who don't really have plans to get into the environmental field, like I said, the world is at a critical point. So even those who don't plan to get into a green career, I think there's lots of opportunity to make a difference in whatever field it is that you're in, because everybody right now has the opportunity to help shift.
A huge thank you to the staff at ACAP Cape Breton for hosting this virtual field trip.